Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Kareem Clemens. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for following me right here, right now. This is another episode of D4, yes, Democracy 4, right here on the TST TV channel on YouTube with another series, Season 2, Episode 1. Welcome. Okay, so this here on the screen is what is called the quarterly report. And this report we will be seeing as we implement services to help the citizens in our country. I am playing the United States of America. So far, these right here are the events that has taken place. We have had an event, a catastrophic event that has happened. We do have a surplus of 121.550 billion, and the economy forecast is definitely positive effect for the GDP, which is the gross domestic product. Here we have the news as well as policies, and also we'll see poll reports and reports for our cabin and a security briefing. I don't have assassination on here because, it just makes the game much easier. And at some point, I don't have dictatorship I'm following the terms that the United States follows, as well as the parties, Democrat, Republican. I am liberal, so I'm with the Democrat. All right, so I'm the commander-in-chief. All right, so here you guys will see the bubbles. These right here are my politicians. They are my cabinet members. All right, this right here are the political points. Now, if you guys followed on the channel, y'all will see that Democracy 4, Season 1, Episode 1, 2, and 3, those episodes are right on TST TV, and you guys can go and watch that and let me know in the comments below on how you guys feel about this series. Okay, so hopefully we don't have any crashes, and I'll try to get as much as possible in and go from there. All right, so I do have mods on here. Now, warning, if the game crashes while we're in play, I'm going to probably reset and then start all over again. But hopefully it doesn't crash and, like we had in our first season. Okay, so let's go to the policies. Now, the policies definitely, the mods have helped implement policies in a game. Now, you may not see anything like these right here. I have not implemented these policies because I think these policies that I have here are a bunch of crock. So, which I won't be implementing none of it. And when you see it, don't be surprised by it. I'm just letting you know right now. All right, so right now we have policy ideas, which we have the following foreign policy, welfare, the economy, taxes, public service, law and order, and the transportation. Now, moving forward in this season, I'm going to try to implement in the first terms for America on the efficiency. Now, this would help avoid negative situations as well as balancing the budget. You guys know that I have always said it before, I said it then, I'll say it again, that it has to get worse before it gets better. Now, here, the policies, all these policies here that are here may not be implemented into services. Why? Because it may not do good for the citizens. And we will meet those citizens after I show you the policies. Now here we have these policies, which we have, as you can see, the ones that are in blue, we can use, like I can implement. The one that's in red, I can't implement because I don't have enough political points, right? So here, these are just some of the policies. Now let's go to diplomat service. Now, this would actually help out in our foreign relations. Now, implement time 4 quarters. It takes that much time before it is in place. It let us know how much political capital costs, or it will, yeah, cost, and it tells us how much we will be spending on this. But there is no income from this. We don't get anything from this. We have to spend at least 370 million to 1.5 billion. Okay, that's if I wanted to implement, right? And then you got border wall, which here you will see the liberals, foreign relations, ethnic minorities, and the immigration, illegal immigrants, and the compassionate will be sad, but the patriots will be happy, right? So let's go to the welfare. Like welfare, we can give, because also too in the game, when we had the pandemic, they also implemented the fact that the citizens in this country could get COVID. So at some point, we will be able to give stimulus packages and also help out with, how it was helped out in the country when we had the pandemic and the stimulus checks, which I think after experiencing that, we should be getting more stimulus checks, as much money as the United States have. But I'm not gonna say anything. So yeah, so we could also do tobacco awareness campaign. We could also implement welfare fraud department, which I think we'll see as I implement some of these terms on the first 10 terms. Okay, I'm just showing you guys what's implemented, what we could implement. All right, so you guys can pause the screen and look at these. All right, just a lot, and I think when you play this game on Steam, you will have the opportunity to help out. Sometimes a lot of people will feel that your decision making may not be approvable to them. But at some point when you implement in this game, the service you implement in the game, we could see, and we're gonna see all that. We're gonna see all this. This is taxes, right? Now taxes, when you get taxes, we'll get income taxes from this. This is money that will come to us. Okay, if you didn't know, right? And public service, right? Okay, again, all this is something. All in the blue are the ones that you can implement, right? And then you have this here, right? Now, law and order, and then the red you can't get because we don't have political capital. And then transportation. Now with transportation, I have seen, and I'll go back to the board where I'll show you that when you implement all of this, I'll show you what it affects. But I can tell you that transportation is something that will be helpful to the motorists, right? Commuters, because right now some of them are mad at me because of the congestions in traffic, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. All right, so these are just some of the policy ideas. All right, next. So when I tell you guys, when you implement those policies, these policies will take effect on all these bubbles. Now the bubbles represent these policies, right? You see welfare, economy, taxes. So look, so you see foreign, welfare, economy, taxes, public service, law and order. So these laws right here will affect these bubbles. Now it affects in different ways. So you got the weight, the finances. Look how I change people. Okay, you got the finance, right? Then you have the policy, population, right? And remember, red is bad, green is good, and yellow is like either getting good or bad. Then the influence, and then the value. So don't let these bubbles scare you. It's just that each section has a problem, and as commander-in-chief, we have to solve, right? And then if you look on this side of the screen, right, each one of these bubbles represents something. So let's go to influence. The GDP. So if you look at the GDP, it technically is affecting everything as far as the capitalists, right? And right now, they are either pissed off with me, almost pissed off, about to be pissed off, or about to be happy, or sort of, right? Because if you see, they're yellow, right? So something is about to get away with them. But look how the GDP is sucking and up on all these things. So the green is sucking away. The red is like dagging it, like with a knife, is dagging it. And is it good dagging? Is it bad dagging? So obviously, again, it has to get worse before it gets better. So with that being said, we're going to look at some of the other people that may have a good relationship with me or probably a bad relationship with me. Now, retired people, let's see what they have a good relationship. So the good relationship, so it seems like the good is outweighing the bad here. Now, there's more green than it is red. So let's look at it. Property taxes, they having a problem with me. State taxes, they having a problem with me. And inheritance taxes, they having a problem. And social care is having a problem. State pension is about, you can look at it, 30%, 5%, 5%, 24%. Then if you look at the retirement age, if you look at the disability benefit, if you look at the private pension, if you look at the violent crime, if you look at all those things on top of my cabinet member who is bringing me political points once when I, give them what they want. So since I just started, maybe that may change throughout the season or it may remain the same. Also, too, guys, there are donors, and donors are asking for what they want because they're donating money. But we're going to try to get these terms in to try to implement some of these services so we don't have problems with this down the line. Okay? So I'm just showing you. So that's just some people that are happy. Then we have the ethnic minority. They are pretty upset because there are voter ID laws, there's immigration rules, there's foreign aid, there's citizenship tests, there's border controls, there's racial tension. And then the cabinet member, she's definitely trying to work in favor, try to help with making the numbers fluctuate when it comes to the problems that I just announced. Okay? And then when you come all the way down to the trade unionist people, they are just disgusted with me. Now, I'm doing this for one or two reasons. I'm showing you guys this graphic, and then I'm going to show you guys, we're going to meet the people. Okay, we're going to meet the people. All right, so this is, and then when you meet the people, think about these graphs that I just showed you. Okay, think about this. And then we're gonna meet these people, and then these people are gonna tell us why they're seeing what they're seeing and how I can change as Commander-in-Chief. You got it? You with me? All right. So again, this is the reason why trade unions is upset because of telecommunication industry or telecom industrial energy. We also have working, you have the industrial, automatic unemployment, the gig economy, and then we have the rail industry, and then we have body cams and private health care. That's just some of the things that they are upset. And you can see that it is all the way down red, like all the way down. Like it ain't full graph red, it is down. Because if the more goes up, it will become green. But they are just not happy. And now, next, we're going to meet these trade unionists. Let's go. All right, so these are the trade unionists that are upset. And you guys can read what the trade union members are strong, concerned about the right of workers and large organizations to fight for higher pay, shorter hours, and more rights at work. Trade unions membership can lead to more support to Industrial Act. Strikes, low wages, high unemployment, and lack of welfare can be factors for encouraging workers to join the unions. So now, this is what they're saying. It says that they are just disgusted. Okay, this is the reason why they are mad. the gig economy, labor laws, industrial. These are just some of the things that I just showed you guys in that graphic that we just seen. And you're wondering, like, unbelievable, right? So could or can I have something to do with this? I maybe you could implement some of these things or take away. I don't know. We will have to see. You understand? Let's go back. Now let's look at the retired people. Let's meet the retired people. These are retired people who definitely are supportive. And they are supportive, but they have just a little handful of things, which is violent crimes, property taxes, inheritance taxes. And once you I guess make that disappear or make it fluctuate across the board, then they will, I guess, continue to grow, because right now they are at 19.25% with 63 million. That's a lot of people, right? 63 million is a lot of people. Okay, and it's highly trusted, right? So let's go back. And let's meet the ethnic minority. So these right here are the people who are just really, not really, they're slightly supportive, but it's about 101 million of them, right? With 30.80%. In some countries, the minority is black, others white, and others original has native and inhabitable habitat. Ethnic minorities are obviously highly concerned by racial and societies, and will also concerned by immigration policies that could be seemingly discriminatory. Now, if you see here, when I was telling you guys about the donors, these are the donor guys, and if you make them angry, these alliance right here would grow, which I don't have assassination on, and they will actually become hunters to come out and kill me, but I don't have that on. And these are the people which my cabinet members are in green that are helping make this happen, right? But border control and citizenship checks is something that they need to go away or fluctuate across the board. All right, now that we met everybody here, and then they also have everyone, right? This is everyone. And according to everyone, now you can see how many people that I'm definitely supporting. 330 million, but I believe the population is more than that. And then this is just some of the problems that we're having to face, which I would show here: tobacco, crime, violent crime, COVID-19 outbreak, corruption. And if you see here, sports industry, food supply, and election robocalls is, I guess, green. But we're looking to this to see how we can assist. Now, real quick, I'm going to get into the terms next. Okay, so the terms I want to show you guys. Let me just come back to weight. Now, I want to show you guys that I have already implemented some of these terms, and I think at some terms, I'm going to explain why I have implemented some of these terms. And when I'm explaining some of these terms, the terms here are implementing and then term. Like this is the term. Like you just press that next term. All right, so let's show. So I've already implemented. Okay, if you come, let me see. Okay, so I've already implemented some of these things. Let me see. Just bear with me. Okay, so I've already, just show it. Okay, so community policing is something that I have already not maxed out, but eventually I will max it out by maxing out here. When you max out, it will definitely, I'll go over what this means when I say max out and everything. But right now I've already changed it. And then the next would be police force. Okay, and the police force was supposed to be maxed out, but I did not max out. I just brought it up here, right? I think I brought it up. And then the next one, All right, so we have a lot of private. That's only because there's a mod in here that allows you to do private of everything. But we're looking for private prisons. So if you come here, I have, it says max out, but I did max out. Halfway I did. And then you're supposed to go to the next term, but I already did that. So the reason why I have done those implement services is because um, it will crack down on crime and it will also avoid easy targeting, drug addiction. Okay? All right, next. So this one, which I think I've already did this one too, and I can tell because it has it here, military spending. Yep, I already did that. This next one would be military spending, and then it also the subsidized the food, the health and food subsidized, which it will be let me see, liberating your health, spending early. Uh, it will ensure a budget surplus by 10 terms, and we don't have to raise the taxes, which will help out, which we already have a surplus and reserve, which we are not in deficit. I make sure we're not in a deficit. I don't know. Everybody say, it makes the game boring, but hey. So tax raising. Oh, so I'm sorry. The health food subsidized begin to bring down the obesity, and the they say taxes, raising taxes, especially income taxes, corporate taxes, can cause a major headache because it can mess with my popularity. And also, I'm getting word that I should consider raising plastic tax, packaging tax, and they saying that will strengthen the economy and the environment and also impact of the GDP. And that is that big bubble we just seen. All right, next. Now this is where we stand at, right? We're going to go and here. Now they're saying we're going to look at 3 policies. We're going to look at junk food. Now that's something that people are going to be like, oh my goodness. We have to implement this. Now when we implement this, it's going to be health, poverty, and plant-based diet. But everyone's not going to be happy. The youth is not going to be happy. And obese, definitely not going to be happy. So here I'm supposed to max this out, but I'm not going to max it. I'm just going to do, this is because we got percentage now. I'm just going to go ahead and add percentage here and then apply that. Next would be, and that would be more competitive law. I think this is, let me see, right here. Not really sure what this one is. Let me see. Oh, it's basically a trade-off. Protecting the idea of free market. Okay, it says max it out, but I'm not gonna do a max. I'm just gonna do a percentage. Then we'll just revisit all this when it comes back. We'll just redo it just to see what is given in terms. All right, I'm not gonna revisit this. I'm just gonna come back to this. This is our pro small business, so let's apply. Okay, we got enough. And reforestation. Some of these laws are not even implemented. This is the measure of combat of CO2 transplanting and relevant controversial. However, some campaigning suggests that treats so environmentalists and the trade probably will definitely be happy. We're gonna go ahead and max this out. Environment and then the trade. Just to get them happy. Oh, I don't have enough political points. Let me just go to the next term. All right, climate protocol. I'm not gonna really deal with that right now. I'm just gonna see the. Let's visit the rest. All right, did we even do that? Okay, we did it. All right, so Okay, so the prison overcrowding, antisocial behavior, and alcohol abuse is trending down, which we probably see here. And then they're saying that, all right, continue to address the obesity with junk food tax brings about 5 billion. Let's see any reports. Surplus, economy, GDP is doing good, security briefing. All right, so this here is the nation. Let me see, we did greenhouse, strike, we can only, I'm gonna protocol it, which help out the environment, which is cool. All right, so, uh, yeah, so respiratory disease, this is what you guys are seeing beeping over here, and it's definitely worrying the parents. It's coming from car usage, tobacco usage, the pollution, and the productivity, which is happening from the industrial, I believe, I think, and also an environment. So that's red and red, and the reforestation is something that I just implemented. Hopefully, it will help keep the red pollution situation from targeting. Because right now, if we see it, oh snap, it's way over. Holy schmoly. Okay, so respiratory disease definitely affects asthma and other lung disease are serious problems. And the citizens definitely, it will be an impact on their quality of life. But definitely, if we can try to help out, which I already implement, hopefully I did this because I just brought it down. In the next term, we should start seeing some of these numbers. Like seriously, like we're over. See, start value, stop value, like we're way past, like we're up there. All right, so let me just go ahead and I don't think we have enough points, so let me just go to the next one real quick, and then I'll show you guys. And then next, we're gonna go. Oh, boom, obesity, obesity, right here, right now. It says we are happy to report that obesity problems are now seem to be under control. Thank you. So those terms definitely work. The gig economy is no longer a major source of employment. So that is absolutely amazing. We are happy to report that we have money. We are AAA credit rating. We are, everybody's happy. We're not in debt. We have reserves, about 534 billion, and a surplus of 124 million. So, guys, in the next episode, I'm going to talk about some of the income, the spending, the expenditure. That's what we're spending. This is what we're getting, and our surplus and our reserves. Okay? And then I'll also talk to you guys about other things, and we're going to be more to the citizens in the next episode, right here, right now. I'm Kareem Clemens on political, I'm saying Democracy 4 right here on TST TV. You guys have a great one. For more information, you guys can visit the blog page. Have a good one. Later.